Some of the last miles I'm going to be putting on this bike, and with the current motor. God, this engine and I have spent a lot of time together. I've done a lot of cool things. So it's a little bittersweet, not gonna lie. It's a fun as hell bike, and just the way it sits, you know, and it's gonna be that much more fun when I get done with it. But I don't know, there's just something about this thing being in stock form, you know. Like, I have freaking taken this bike, I've ridden this bike in so many states and just absolutely thrashed on it, redline this thing, bouncing off the rev limiter so many times, pulling wheelies, just having an absolute ball on it. And I'll continue to do that and have even more fun on it. But I don't know, man, there's just something about it. It's just like I don't know. It's just like a little bit bittersweet. I mean, it's been so good to me, and I've had this thing since I was 16, and it's the end of an era, guys. She's gonna sound different. She's gonna, have a lot different power band. It's, and it's gonna lose a little bit of that like old school Harley, just chugga, like that, just grunt. And it's going to gain some high-end horsepower as a trade-off, and that'll be awesome, and I'm looking forward to it. It's what I want. But there's just something about, just an old school, I don't know. I find the 90s and 2000s Harleys are just absolute kings, in my opinion. Just cool bikes, and Harley was just cranking out awesome stuff. That's a 1LE Camaro? No, it's not. Harley was just cranking out awesome stuff. Spun the tire that time. This is just a true performance machine with some modification, and something that's gonna, I'll always respect the stock Sportster in general, and especially the 1200 Roadsters. And we gotta remember, when this bike came out, this and the FXDX were the first things to really come out since the FXRs to be performance-oriented handling Harleys. Dual front brakes, taller suspension. These were the replacements for the FXR SSP. And, there wasn't anything up to that point. There was kind of a dead zone. And the FXDX and this bike nailed it, in my opinion. And it's just cool. As far as I'm concerned, and people would probably say I'm overstating it a little bit, but I consider this a part of Harley history. Like, it really is. This is an important bike for Harley, in my opinion. It showed the world that they were still interested in making performance bikes, and that's true to this day. I mean, they brought the Roadster back in 2017, 2016, whatever. And God, I love taking this thing through corners. And then they brought the Lowrider ST and S into the lineup, and they've really been going for some more performance-oriented bikes. So this was kind of the first retry at that after the venerable FXR. So I don't know. I just think it's a cool bike, and I think it's really neat that it's bittersweet too that the Evo Sportster lineup's disappearing as of this year. They kind of just announced 2023 models and it's gone, right? So, or maybe it's next year. I don't even know, honestly. But regardless, it's soon. And to know that I'm kind of, it's also the end of my bike's era, so it's kind of interesting and like very time appropriate that it's the end of my bike's era and it's the end of the Sportster in general's era. And so it's going to be different. So we're gonna get this thing to a little bit more modern performance level. We're going to modernize the looks and the sound, and God, man, this is the 99.9% of my miles on two wheels have been on this motorcycle. I've ridden some friends' bikes, some bikes in Americade, whatever, but this is it. It's the only bike I've ever owned, other than dirt bikes, which are awesome too. But so I don't know, guys. It's gonna be cool. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm honored to be putting these last few miles on in beautiful state of North Carolina. weather today. Couldn't ask for a better day to give this engine the send-off that it deserves. It helps if you shift into the freaking gear, Jakey. But what a strong running motor. Even to this day, despite the oil burning, it just, when you ask for the power, she delivers. I love the Evo Sportster, guys. The sound, the performance, bone stock, little stage 1, whatever, intake exhaust tune. The performance of these motors can't be freaking matched. They're just awesome. They sound great. I still get compliments to this day with my freaking half rotted off exhaust, oil burning engine, about how good it sounds and performs. That doesn't tell you something, I don't know what does. And, you know, my buddy's got a beautiful 130 wheel horse Road Glide, and it's an awesome bike, but this freaking stock 50,000 mile Evo holds its own, guys. Like, it's incredible to me. I love it. So, it's an unexpectedly good road. Great to have this conversation on a Sportster Roadster, right where this bike was made for. Yeehaw! Whoa, she's a sharp one. Meow. A little bit of poop in the road or something from a horse, I don't know. A little debris. Oh, it's bumpier than it looks, guys. I can't rip it that hard. But what a great handling bike. I know I go on and on about this thing, but it's just so much fun. I couldn't be more satisfied. It's exactly what I've always wanted. When I get this new motor in this thing, dare I say, it's going to be my dream bike. And that's a cool thing to be able to say, because most, you know, it's tough. Things are expensive, and in life you sometimes can't quite obtain your dreams, you know? You can't quite always get there. And to know that this bike will be there, gosh, it's a pretty crazy feeling. You know, I've worked hard up to this point, you know, and I'm putting a lot of money into it and everything else, but just knowing that potential's there is really, really cool. So, yeah. So anyway, guys, I won't bore you anymore. I'm going to enjoy the rest of these final miles on this beautiful motorcycle around these curvy North Carolina roads. And I'll catch back up with you when we start tearing into the motor. Heading back north, putting her on the lift, and we're doing the surgery. So next time you see me on this bike, well, I have pre-recorded videos, but the next live video will be shot with a new motor. So pretty crazy. I'm targeting February to have it all done, bring it back down here and ride it and get it tuned and figure all that stuff out. So that's the goal anyway. Hopefully we can achieve that and get her all broken in and do some pulls and figure out what's what. So thanks for watching, guys. God bless America, and I'll see you on the next one and the next engine.